Hello, friends. I'm going to show you the Seller Hub today. We're going to talk about inventory. So first things first, click on your logo. It's going to be a pop-up menu, utility menu, selling and buying information. So today's seller side of it. These are probably the popular 6 little shortcuts. But if you go to Seller Hub right here, it'll bring us in the Seller Hub. Or if you go to seller.whatnot.com, it'll take you right here as a shortcut. So we're just going to wait for it to load and it will pop up to this window, which is inside the Seller Hub. There's a ton of videos. Go watch them all. You will learn something. It will help you. Okay, there's pre-show, showtime, shipping, and then up-leveling marketing tools and things like that, promote shows. Okay, go watch them. Okay, you got account health, you got inventory, shows, marketing orders, shipments, tips, referrals, analytics, which is all your data, financials, where all your money is, rewards club, where you give money, you give discounts, customer service is in beta. This is about returns and customer service regarding all my orders, settings for my account, support chat. I never use the support chat. Email us. I usually use that. Seller resources and FAQ, frequently asked questions. Start exploring, get to know your whatnot. I'm going to go to inventory, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, so let me introduce you to inventory. This is on web, so this is on a computer. You can access this from your phone, Android or Apple, and you can check it out on your tablet or your iPad. You just have to use a browser. You can't do this on the app. I mean, you kind of can. It will take you to the app, but you got to be logged in. Okay, first things first. So once you get in the inventory tab, it's going to say inventory. There's going to be a blue line down below the little tab you're in or the page you're on. So you got active, drafts, inactive, okay? You got create product here. That means you're going to make a new listing. You've got this little cloud upload thing. That's the CSV file. I'm going to have a video on CSV later. It's basically if you buy pallets or you want a bulk list at one time, it's a form that Whatnot puts together and that you can upload all your information on it. It's fairly simple, but again, I'm going to make a video at a later date. And then I'm going to show you over here. We're going to scroll down. There's some settings where you could sort everything you want to sort in there by category, because if you want to do a search to see what you have in Funko Pop or baseball cards or whatever it may be, you can see what you have for live auction, giveaway, buy it now. You can also see stock, in stock, out of stock. You can search for out of stock items. And then what's in the marketplace. Okay, you can pick all that. My stuff currently is, I don't have anything in auction, maybe 2 items. And everything's in buy now and I run as an auction. That's kind of how I do it for now. So we're going to go back. We're going to get out of there. We don't need to be there. Bulk edit is when you want to edit all the shipping. That's a step we may or may not get into today. I'm just going to give you, and if you want to search your products, like I sell Bitty Pops, I'm going to do a search. This will search in the inactive tab because it was on. If I hit drafts, it deletes the search word. If I go to active, so I got to redo it again. A good thing to do is highlight it, copy it when you search it. Okay, so I have, I wish it told me how many. Yeah, it does. Down here at the bottom, it says 87. So at the bottom, I can choose because it's multiple pages. I can choose to show 20, 50, or 100 to a page. Okay. So currently I have 87 Bitty Pops. Some of them are dupes because I was testing some of this functionality. Okay. So you want to make sure you don't have duplicates. Be real careful with that. So everything that's an auction or buy it now will be in my active tab. If it is an auction item, let me rephrase that. Anything that's active, so if you have a current show and you have items in there in the auction tab that you've assigned to the show, they're going to be active. If you have a show and it's over and your stuff, you haven't cloned it over, it's going to be in active tab, okay? And then drafts are just obviously self-explanatory. They're drafts you created of products you want to list. I have 84. I have 84 in here because I like to do a lot of duplication and clone and I want to get these listed. Okay, because I will use them at a later date. But I had some glitches. I talk about it on Coffee Talk. And they were very frustrating. So we're going to try to get through them right now. Okay, and then we have inactive. Inactive tab. Oh my goodness. Okay. Currently I have 7. I will tell you why I have 7. Inactive tab is going to be where you'll find either sold items or the items that haven't been cloned over under the auction tab. They or items that weren't reserved for a show. These are all lingo, whatnot lingo. Okay, so we're gonna get through that. Alrighty. Okay, so three these bottom 3 items have been sold. If I get another one, I'm gonna relist it because the only option is to duplicate, and I found on the desktop, it glitches every time I try to do this. So I'm going to select them. This is how you delete, and you have to make sure you don't want it ever again because it's gone. When you delete it, that is it. So it will ask you, are you sure? Cannot be undone. Yes, I'm sure because those were sold, right? Now, these 2 were just drafts we just did um, in a previous video, but I'm going to delete it because we're going to start from scratch. This is a giveaway. See how it says 0? There's no quantity because you can't add a giveaway to the inventory on desktop. You can add it on the phone so it just stays inactive, and then I could go and manage it, and I'll show you that later. I can manage it on the app and assign it to a show. I can change the quantity because it's still in my inactive tab. I can just go in and check it, duplicate it, do the things I need to do. Same thing with the Skylanders item. If I check the box, I can add it to a show, but I'm leaving it inactive because I'm waiting for the right show for that item. Okay, we're going to go to active, and I should have a test item here. Okay, I have this Beanie Baby I created. Let's just open it up. So if you're going to create a product, matter of fact, let's just delete this Beanie Baby. Let's create something together. Okay, and sometimes Whatnot is a little bit slow. Like it's really slow right now. And I have a pretty fast internet connection. So we're going to delete that. And I'm going to open up my photos on my other window here. Okay, so first things first, if you want to list an item on desktop, and obviously if you get a workflow going, you're going to get a little bit faster, right? You find the perfect format for you. You might want to do it on your phone. You might not want to do it on the web, but this is how you list on web. I'm going to go to create product, and the first thing I see is pricing. Got to have the price. You want to accept offers because it's buy now. I'm going to just do an auction, $5. I'm going to drag over a bunch of images for this item. I used Beanie Babies just for the heck of it because I happen to have the picture. Oh, it doesn't want to take that picture, did it? Okay. So you click it over and drop it right in there. So I think I had 9 pictures. I think that's the maximum, 9 or 10. So while that's uploading, I don't have to wait for it. I'm going to go estate sales. I could put it in plush if I want. Like you could search for what you want if I go plush. Oh, it popped it in there, plush. Let's see, Disney plush, other plush. So I could do other plush. Let's do other plush. So my title just for testing is going to be 000. I usually do like this. P # plush, and then I would do whatever my next number is in my system. I think I'm on 145, right? But I want to do 000 so it's at the top of my inventory. Okay, and then I'm gonna put Beanie Baby, whatever the title is, and then this one, of course, has it has a certain description on it. So let me see what the name is on the tag. This one's the Beanie Babies. It's babies actually, by Ty, right? Celebrate, and then we're gonna put March 13th, 2001, 15th birthday bear. Okay, and you could do used, pre-loved. Now you want to put the description, original tag. Tag has wear. Bear is in nice condition, right? You don't have to put the condition, but it's always good to because since plush requires you to have a condition field, you're going to put used. What brand? Beanie. Oh, there's no babies on here. Yeah, because no one buys that. Animal, bear. And you might not be able to choose. Yeah, there's no bear. So if you can't fit it in there or it's not in there, you don't have to. Like this is multi. There's a multicolor. You want to fill out as many fields, but I will tell you, And then put the size of it. Like, I think they're just right about, I mean, Beanie Babies, what are they? Medium. It's not, it's about a small, because they're probably 6 or 7 inches, I guess. I don't know. And then we have M1. That's the location for these kind of things. Now, the shipping field, you need to make sure if you're going to put it in a bubble mailer, you're going to put it in a box, that you have the right weight that includes the item, the packaging, and the actual wrap and all that stuff, and the box and or bubble with the bear. Okay. So this one I know has these like I forgot what they're called, but it has these beads. So it weighs a tiny bit. It's like right at 8 ounces. So we're going to just use that for testing. Now, if I put it in buy it now, it automatically goes into my bin, right? It goes to marketplace if I do buy it now. If I put it in auction, it's going to go into whatever show I want to pick because it automatically reserves it for the show. So we're just going to pick one show for this test. We're going to deselect it. We're going to put my head over here. We're going to go publish. Oh, did I forget a quantity? Yeah, that would probably be helpful. We're going to hit publish. I got all the required fields in because you need the price, you need the quantity, and you need the condition of a quality listing. And it published it. Okay. It published it, but where is it? It probably went in number order. That's why. Okay, there it goes. So now I have one listed item in one show. So I need to check the box. Now, when you check the box to the left, you can, I already have it in a show, but if I can add it to more shows, I can duplicate it because maybe I have 10 different colored or names or styles of the Beanie Baby. This could apply to anything. Then I would duplicate it. Or I can deactivate it because I'm not ready to use it and it would become a draft. Or I can delete it and then it's gone forever. Let's duplicate it. It's going to ask, are you sure you want to duplicate? Yeah, we do. Okay, when it duplicates, it should open as a draft and there'll be a little blue line right about here. Boom, there we go. Okay, now we have this Beanie Baby. So this is what I've been doing. I'm going to click on the Beanie Baby. I'm just going to delete a couple of pictures. We're going to pretend this is like a whole new Beanie Baby item, right? And we're going to just change the name for testing. I'm going to change my code, right? Because my code's now number 1. And then we're going to call this one, Holiday Bear, because I have another green one. December 24, 2001. Green, right? And then everything all matches, the description, the brand. We're going to change the color. You know, that way it's more descriptive when people search for it. The shipping, the auction item is the same. We're going to hit publish again and hope it publishes because there have been glitches. This should work good. Let's go. Yeah, it takes a minute. This is a faster way to do the duplicating. It published. Okay. Now say I want to duplicate 2 at a time. Yeah, it did. It works. It's working. All right. So I take 2 of them. I don't need to add to a show because here's the sneaky part. I already had this one. It copied every element from it, including the show. If I want to add it to more shows, then I click on add to show. I could select all the shows if I want. I could just put it on this show that I'm going to do with Mama Z. It's pretty much, and it assigns it. Now it's going to say it's assigned to 2 shows, both of them. But here's another trick. Okay, say I have 8 of these, right? So I want to duplicate it again and then go make the changes to those items. Let's make them together so you can see where I'm going with this. Okay, now it opened us back in a draft. So we're going to go over here. We're going to change this one. We're going to delete the image. We're going to drop a couple pictures. I have some extra ones. We have like a pink one. Okay, we'll drop in this one. Okay, so we have that one. Sometimes the images don't pop over. Oh, here we go. Little red, white, and blue one. Okay, we're just going to use one image. But again, you can do it any way you want, tie, and then you can do red. You can title it anything you want. Red, white, and blue, USA. I think it's like 4th of July. And put the date, whatever you want to put in there, fill in the right info. Double check your shipping, double check your quantity, double check your condition, make sure, because when you duplicate it, it's all exactly the same. So you really don't have to do anything. And maybe this one you want to start higher. Maybe this one you want to start $1. You know, you can do whatever you want. Just remember you got to absorb some of the shipping materials. Okay. I'm going to publish again. Now I'm going to show you another way I do it too. Okay. Now that one's published. Now we're going to go to this one. This is sometimes something I do, and sometimes it glitches, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to click on this one. Okay. And I know I need to make 5 or 6 of these, right? So this one, we're just going to call test. And we're going to number it number 5. Okay. Tester. So we know we're testing a little series here. I'm going to hit save draft. It's not going to publish it, but it's going to save it as a draft. Now I'm going to show you how to make multiples that you could go in and edit yourself. I'm going to check it. I'm going to go duplicate. And I'm going to do this 5 or 6 times. Now I have 2. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hit duplicate again. Duplicate. Okay. Now I'm going to have 4. See where I'm going with this? Okay, I have 4 of them. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like how you duplicate for multiples. And then you have to go in. So for example, I sell the Bitty Pops. Those are those little tiny Funko Pops. They are all the same size. They weigh the same. The characters are just different, and the collection is different. So it could be from Toy Story. It could be from, Disney and Friends. You know what I mean? So I don't want to create one at a time. I would rather do this. So if I have a little stack of them, like I have the beanies here, I already know that these are all going to be identical. Okay. That means pictures, titles, descriptions, shipping, price, description. So I'm going to click on the first one, and I know that, okay, I'm on number 5. I'm going to go over here and grab another one. And this is like how you get a workflow. You can do a bunch of these. If you follow these steps, it should list smoothly for you. Okay, here's a red one I have. We're going to go to this Valentine's Day one. So we're going to go over here. It's going to be number 6, right? We got number 6. We're going to call it tester. We're just going to leave it the same. Okay, red Valentine's Day bear. February 14th, 2000. I don't know the date. I'm going to make it up for this. This is just testing. That's it. That's all I have to do. Publish. Now you can still save as a draft and then publish them all at one time. Okay, so let's pretend these are all edited. You've already made decisions. You can select each box. So I like to do 20 at a time because that's a whole page. I've done 50 at a time, but 20 I feel like doesn't glitch. So we'll go to 20. We're going to select all the ones that we want to publish. Okay, they've already been changed just for testing. What we're going to do is we're going to hit add to show. We're going to select the one show only. And when it adds to show from a draft, it's published. Okay, it's no longer in the drafts. We're going to go to active tab. Look at that. These are all the ones. Look how many we have now. It worked. Okay, only the new one has 2 shows. Okay, so they all were published. Now we're going to show the other way. Okay, I hope this is helping everybody. I'm going to check the box. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to show you how to do the drafts in bulk. Okay, and then I'll explain bulk edit and all that stuff. Okay, I want to duplicate this too. Okay, I'm going to duplicate like 2 or 3. Oh, we'll do 4. We'll just do it twice. Okay, we're going to check them again. This is tedious, but once you get faster and faster, it does go quick. And before you know it, you got 20 listed in your shop. Okay, you don't have to do buy it now. You can put in auction. You just got to assign the show. Okay, here's the first one. We're gonna go in and we're gonna edit it because I want you to see the difference. We're gonna click here. We're gonna change the image. Oh, I have a little army guy, so we'll just drop it. Hold on. So again, shipping stays the same. Condition, just always check these with the little stars right here, the sterics, because then it's a required field. Okay, army soldier bear. Okay, that's what we're doing for that. So I'm just going to hit save draft. So it's saving everything. It'll save it in the draft there. We got to change. We'll go to the next one. We're going to drop that picture. I'm going to find another picture. Let's see which one I have. And you can take any kind of pictures you want. Like I have a close-up of it. It's going to be the first one, like, hey, I'm looking at you. Okay. And then this one is going to be just a lavender bear. Okay. Nothing fancy, see? And you could put whatever you want in it. You could drop extra pictures. Okay. But we're going to just leave it like that. We're going to hit save draft because that's all we had to do. Change the title. I forgot to change the number of it, but that's okay. I can go back in. If I saved a draft, I can go over here. And not everybody uses numbers. If you're doing a stream and you go, this is going to be number 1, I'm running 20 of these, number them 1 through 20 and put this, or run a description, you can add this. This is probably important. You can do this, okay? Because that is the whatnot rules about the item, like all sales final. You can put it, you can have it in your show notes. When you print out a packing list, if you print one out, it will be on there. The more detail you put, the longer your packing list, okay? Just want to let you know that. I'm going to leave mine here. I'm going to hit save draft again, and then we're going to do one more because we have 4, right? So we're going to open this one up. We're going to get rid of that image, and we're going to pick something else. Let's see if I have any more Beanie Babies. Okay, I have this one. It's not a Beanie Baby, but it's a different picture. Close enough, right? And then this one is rainbow felt bear. That's what we're going to just make it work. Quantity stayed. Everything's the same. We're going to save it as a draft. Again, it's still assigned to the 2 shows. Now I have all 4 of these. So if I did this and filled up 100 of them, I could select here. It will select all of them. I can add them to a show. But we're only going to add these 4. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to add to a show. We're going to select, we'll select the 2 shows like we said. Add to 2 shows. Here's what happens. We should open up in the active tab. It's not opening in the active tab, but that's okay. The item is active. And we'll see those 4 different pictures. There we did. We've got military bear, the lavender, the rainbow, and then back to the red. And then you see how the numbers, I have the numbers in there. They're all screwed up right now. But here's what I'm going to show you now. Say you decide, oh, I don't want to sell those in that show. I want to put them on a different show, or I want to deactivate them and use them later. You select the ones you want. Now be careful, because if you check on there, if you check, oh, they fixed it. Yay, whatnot. Okay, if you check off these boxes, all of these I maybe just want for one specific show, right? Okay, I don't. I want to deactivate them. It's going to be like, are you sure you want to deactivate? So before I say I'm sure, know that this goes back to the drafts. So they're going to sit in my draft folder. They're not going to be in, they might be inactive actually. Let's see. Let's see what they do. Again, it's bulk deactivate. So it should open up in drafts. It just does take a minute because there we go. So you hit refresh data on the bulk and then go to drafts. They should be right. Why aren't they not there? That might take a minute. They should be there, right? Okay, they're inactive. Yeah, they go to inactive. Sometimes I thought they go to drafts. I guess because they were active and they go inactive. Okay, that makes sense. Deactivated. Perfect. Okay, so they stay right here. If I want to go in and I decide, you know what? I don't need these anymore. You click here, whether any category they're in. Okay, any category they're in. You can check here or you can do one at a time. I'm going to check here and I'm going to go down to, I have 2 items in here I don't want to delete. And then I'm going to hit delete. So all 15 of those examples, I'm going to hit delete. Am I sure? Absolutely sure. That was just a test so you guys can see how it works. And that's pretty much how you clear up, how you list, you make a draft, you publish, you delete, you deactivate. There we go. I feel like every time you do a draft, do it the way I showed you in the video. Just publish it. You go back and edit it. Sometimes it gets a little wonky and it'll give you like an error and it won't work. And I don't know if you saw it on this one. Anyway, so now under inactive, I only have 2 inactive items, meaning they're not featured in a show. So if you go to active, you've got your product, you can sort it. I don't know how it sorts. It doesn't really tell you how it sorts. Oldest, newest, category. You can sort by category. You can sort by price, highest to lowest, and then like in between. You can't sort condition, featured, or actions. I don't know what the actions. Oh, you can copy a link to that item in your store. So let's test it out. Let's test it out. There it is. So this is the item in my Buy It Now that takes you a link. So you can share these on your social media. You can absolutely share them to your social media. That's what all these links are, to share them. Okay. Don't share them to other people unless you've had a buyer say, hey, I'm looking for mini brands, or I'm looking for a bracelet, or I'm looking for Funko Pop. You want to make sure you don't overshare. Okay. So we did active, we did drafts, we did inactive, we created a product. We did not get into CSV, but I'll show you a little bit of it. So you can create products for your store with a CSV file, right? That's just the format type. Okay. You drop it here. In order to get it, you go to the Whatnot Help Center. This window opens up in the Whatnot Help Center. This is a lot of reading here, folks. Okay. They have it for non-coins, US, Australia, and I think, what is NL? Netherlands? Yeah, so they got UK, German, French, Belgian, and then a coin template. So find out which one's for you. And then these are just to let you know, you want to make a copy into Google Sheets and then how to upload it. There's even pictures on how to do this. And then a little bit of information about the images. Okay. Shall we try to do one right now? Shall we? Or should I make a whole new video? I think I'm going to make a whole new video. Anyway, that's where it's at. That's what it's all about. Just click on those links, and then we're going to go back to I think it's the first one. Here we are. And then once that file opens up and you start entering all your info, because you'll have to fill out like the category, if there's a subcategory, the item title, right? Then you have a brief description, and then you want to have a price, and if it's buy it now or auction, and then there's some other fields along the way. So you could play with it, you could check it out. And then that way, if you want to list like 100 at a time, or you have a show and you want to do a curated vintage, cat planters, and you put all that stuff in, that's what these forms are good for. And also they're good for pallet sellers. Pallet sellers sometimes, list a whole bunch of items and they get a manifest from their supplier. And sometimes they can just upload that or format it to fit. Also, I heard that you could get other platforms will let you download your listings in a CSV format or like an Excel format, and you can convert it and cut and paste. So when I make the CSV video, I might do a step-by-step on that. I'm just not sure yet. Would you guys like to see that? Let me know. Okay, I think that's it. Just want to let you know, here's my profile page. I have tons of shows coming up. I'm DEarchivist. I've been doing a 365 project here on the Whatnot. And here is some of my shows this week. Tomorrow night, I do Whisper Wednesday. I haven't changed any of my titles. I'm on my 278th day in a row here on Whatnot. I am going to be on a fun chat show with my friend Mama Z on Thursday at 2:15 p.m. Pacific time. Actually, I start at 2:15 and then I raid into her. And I'm probably going to change it to like 5 minutes before. But it's going to be weird questions and weirder random answers for fun. Better tune in because you never know. It might be a lie. It might be, I don't know, I might make it all up. Anyways, I hope to see you and have a good one. I hope this helps. If you have questions, drop them in the comments and let me know if this worked for you. Because I have been trying to do this inventory video for a few weeks and there have been random glitches and I made the solution today and I can't believe it works. Anyway, I'm real happy about it. I hope it helps. See you later, everybody. Take care, Insomnia.